Hey guys, welcome back to the second video here of learning guitar. So I hope you learned some from the first video. If you haven't watched it yet, please go to the first one. It'll help you get started on a few basic things, then move on to this one next. So what I want to talk to you about in this video is some chords, okay? So what a chord is in music, if you've never heard of it, it's just playing more than one note at the same time. That's one of the most basic definitions of a chord that I can give you. So when we play chords, like almost all songs are built off of chords. Okay, so very important thing about guitar is knowing what chord you're playing and when. Okay, and being able to change quickly between those chords. Okay, so I'm going to show you the G chord first, and I'm going to show you where to put your fingers on what string, what fret. Okay, so starting with the G chord, so put that middle finger, 3rd fret of your low E string. And remember, you want to get right up on that fret bar, like as close as you can, but not on top of it. Don't touch it. So again, middle finger, 3rd fret of the low E string. Then you take your pointer finger, put that in the 2nd fret of your A string, and then take your 3rd finger, your ring finger, put it in the 3rd fret of your high E string, okay, or your 1st string. Okay, and you wanna really focus on getting this nice curve with your fingers on your left hand, so that you can play all the other strings open, that you don't have a fret pressed down on. Okay, so once you get it all set up, this is what it should sound like. So after you get it set up, give it a nice strum. Make sure you can get every note out cleanly. I always encourage people to play every string individually. Okay, make sure they're all ringing out. And always keep that constant pressure, keep that thumb on the back, pressing hard against it, okay? And keep your pressure down. Don't strum it and then let off with your fingers, because then it's not gonna ring through. And there's your G chord. Okay, now the next chord I wanna show you is E minor. And actually moving from a G chord to an E minor is pretty easy, because you can keep your pointer finger in the same spot. Just keep that pressed down in the 2nd fret, lift your other fingers up, then put your middle finger in the 2nd fret of the D string. Okay, and then again, you want to keep those fingers curved, keep them arched, so that you can play every other string open that's not pressed down in a fret. Okay, so there's E minor, E minor. Okay, and then to go back to G again, you always want to think about shortcuts, so keep that pointer finger pressed down the entire time. Don't lift your hand off and then put it down. Keep that pointer finger pressed, it doesn't have to move. Okay, so here's G again, and here's E minor. Keeping that pointer finger planted as like a pivot point. Okay, so let's, if you need to pause it and work on those chords for a little bit, that's great. If not, if you're ready to go, let's keep going. We're gonna try and play these chords now, and we're gonna count 4 beats on each chord and then move to the next one. So we'll go like this. We'll give it a down strum on G. 1, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 2, 3, 4, okay? Here we go, let's give it a shot. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 2, 3, 4. And as you start to get more comfortable with that, guys, try to strum down on every single beat. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 2, 3, 4, okay? And then in the next video, I'm gonna start to add some strumming patterns, and I'll add a couple more chords as well. All right, thanks guys, see you next time.